What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Brandy and today's video we're gonna talk about the rustic luxury interior design style. Now this is one that I'm super excited about because I think that this is the one that I align with most and the one that I can express the easiest because I love it so much. It is the perfect merge of the two styles. Now, for me personally, I know that we can physically see the different design styles. We can point out rustic items, we can point out more of the contemporary modern items, but I think it goes even deeper than that when you're creating this vibe in your space. And you really have to think about all the little details when creating these different feelings in your space. Especially when it comes to luxury, I personally think that luxury is way more of an experience than a design style, and just in my opinion. And although we can see luxury and sophisticated style is going to come off a little bit more clean, sophisticated, very nice and tidy, symmetrical, very pristine. But I also think that luxury is more than just a design style. I think that it is an experience that you create in your home. And what I mean by this is not only are you gonna walk into a home and be like, whoa, this is a luxury space because of the modern kind of clean vibe that it has, but it goes even deeper than that. The second you walk into a really luxurious space, you're gonna be hit with the most beautiful smell. The light is going to be perfectly lit, whether that's dimmable, the lamps are on, the candles are lit. It's going to be an entire experience. When you think about going to different restaurants or luxury stores or hotels, it's more than just the looks. When you go to a luxury hotel, they take your bags for you, you go into your room, you have turn down service, a little chocolate on your pillow. When you go to a luxury spa, they're gonna greet you with a glass of wine and really walk you through the entire experience. And this is the way that I personally love to add that luxury feeling to my home. I like to make sure I have a scent, make sure I'm thinking about all those small little details, not only for me, but for the people who live with me, like my husband, or come and visit us like our guests. Little ways that you can do this, again, is just creating that scent, adding little details to your home and your space. Like if you have guests over, giving them a little gift basket, making them feel like it's an experience rather than just going and staying with family, really creating that experience. Maybe having a candle lit in their room to greet them, having some disposable linen towels that are in their bathroom, and really creating that experience. Maybe you even want to scent them with some essential oils. Really creating just the most luxury experience. Maybe even having some really nice water greeting them in their room. It's all about the entire experience and vibe, I believe, that really makes a space feel luxury. Although, in my opinion, it's more of the vibe, I do think that you can really create a luxury feeling by looks as well. And for me, when I think about luxury, I do my mind goes more to a more modern, sophisticated, very buttoned up space that feels really polished. So a really tightly made, beautiful bed that's gonna give you very luxury hotel vibes. That modern mirror that's just a clean lined mirror, just a really clean lined, sophisticated space. I also really get a sophisticated vibe from really beautiful low lit bar spaces, very moody, luxurious, all of that kind of feeling. I love a luxury space. And like I said, for me, it really is more in how you make that space feel luxury more than how it looks luxury. Now, when it comes to rustic, it's kind of the complete opposite. So for me, in my mind, rustic is way more approachable. It's very relaxed, very lived in, very cozy and comfortable. So in this way, you might choose with luxury, you might choose silks and cashmere and different textures like that. Where with rustic, you might go with something more like a wash linen or a wool, something a little bit more textured, a little bit more lived in, comfortable, totally different, but you can completely merge the two and create the most beautiful blend of the two styles. Like I said, this is the style that I align with most. I just love the blend of the two. I really love a cozy, comfortable feeling home, but I also like to balance it with some nice contemporary items that are going to make it, clean it up a little bit and not make it feel so rustic and so aged and so antique. I really, really love the balance of the two. And I'm gonna walk you guys through my home a little later in the video and kind of show you guys how I create this space in my home. As I mentioned, rustic luxury is my favorite. When I'm out shopping, I'm always on the hunt for new antique rustic patinaed items because I find those are more of the one-of-a-kind pieces to add to your space, making your space feel a little bit more collected and different than every other home that you walk in. But when it comes to a luxury space and kind of creating a little bit more of that modern vibe, this is a little bit easier to get in your everyday stores. I spend a lot more of my time hunting and searching for those rustic items and kind of collecting them, to be honest, because like I said, those more rustic antique pieces are the pieces that are really gonna set your home apart from others and that really ultimately create that lived in luxury vibe. It just does. Also, as I said, when it comes to luxury or really kind of creating the look of luxury, I think this can be done really in two ways in my mind, or the way that I guess I like to kind of express this. And that's by way of contemporary, kind of clean lines, sophisticated, very symmetrical, and also glam. I do think glam gives off a very luxury vibe. It's very luxury. I don't really quite know, and glamorous, and just kind of wows you every time when you think of those grand chandeliers that are just so bougie. It just makes you feel bougie. And that is, to me, the ultimate luxurious feeling. So to kind of sum it up, I don't think that there's really too much left to say other than showing you guys some of my space and kind of how I create this look in my home. But really, to me, it's really about blending that modern, clean line, sophisticated look with that rustic, lived-in, casual vibe. And as I mentioned, when you're really trying to create this whole experience in your home, really think about the scents, really think about the different finishes that you go for in your home, and making sure that there's a blend and really starting in one zone at a time. One way to easily start incorporating this in your room is to really think about the balance of the space. So if you are currently decorating a room from scratch, really think about the different items, and to me, I love the perfect blend of them. Sometimes I find rooms to be a little more overwhelming, whether that's on the luxury side or on the rustic side. Finding that perfect balance, I really think helps create this look the best. I think if you create a vision board and really look at the different items, kind of look through and see, like if you have a bedside table that maybe leans a little more rustic, add a nice clean line lamp on the top of it. Or if you have a bedside table that's super modern and clean line, maybe find a lamp that is more rustic, maybe a beautiful clay pot lamp on top of it, really balancing that. And don't forget about the details. So adding different books and different details, small trinkets that you're gonna add to your decor. Make sure that those are a blend of the two as well. All right, you guys, so we talked about rustic luxury. We talked about really kind of my thoughts on blending the two. As I mentioned, I really think when it comes to luxury, you just really are trying to create an overall feeling and vibe. And yes, of course, adding in that modern, sophisticated look is going to help you see that luxury feeling. You can also do this by glamming up your space as well. Then when it comes to rustic, you're going to add those rustic patinaed woods and clay and outside materials. Bring those indoors and really mix it with those modern pieces. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So that all being said, let's take a look around my house if you haven't already watched my home tour. And I'm gonna show you kind of how I created and mixed this look with my home decor. Now, I live in an apartment, and our apartment's actually pretty modern. As you can see, I have a lot of more rustic items just to really balance out the modern vibe of our apartment. In the corner of our living room, we have a more clean lined little side table and then our more rustic coffee table. So you can kind of see the blend, and you'll also see a little bit of glam mixed within the apartment, like our gilded mirror. I have a beaded mirror, but I really tried to kind of counter the modern apartment with my more rustic everyday decor items. All right, you guys, and that's my take on the rustic luxury interior design style. Like I said, this is the style that makes me so happy. I love the blend of a more modern, sophisticated, clean line look with more of the patinaed, old world, antique, just history of a space, of items added into a space. Oh, it makes me so happy. It's so beautiful. Let me know what you think about this style. Is it something that you incorporate in your home? And I will see you guys in a couple days with another. Bye.